Well, let's just tell a little story to be specific. Let's go back to that tingly feeling in your hands. People get paralyzed hands from the medication, am I right?
That's right.
Yeah. Their hands don't just tingle, they can't open a door or do anything. Their hands are paralyzed, yes?
Yeah.
That's what the medication does to them.
That's right.
So the doctor told you your hands were okay. Now this morning I got a tweet from you that said that you actually used what I showed you to even make the tingling disappear.
That's right. Yeah. It was, I mean, it was like instant, it's like unbelievable. I woke up this morning and I was obviously having the tingleness and the numbness, and it was hurting me, and I was thinking, what am I going to do? And something said, well, why don't you do what Bayard's been telling you? I was thinking, oh yes, I could use that, couldn't I? Yeah. To cure the numbness and the tingling feelings in my finger. You don't have to just use it for cancer. Why don't you just try and use it to remove this discomfort that you're having in your fingers? And I said, oh yeah, let me try it. So I went ahead and start removing this numbness, pins and needles and numbness from my bodies. And I went through the whole list. And then by the time I finished, it's sort of like it just automatically disappeared. And I thought, wow. I said, I've got to tweet this and let people know what's going on. And even today, even now, as I'm talking to you, there's no numbness and there's no pins and needles in my fingers. And I'm so happy because it was such a hindrance.
I wonder if you could do the same thing with the hair loss.
Right. Yeah, we're on Skype.
Yeah, it really is so good. It's nice to see you, Ange.
You too.
We had, when we were talking on the phone yesterday and you had just started telling me what the doctor was saying, and I said, we should put this on, we should wait until we're on Skype, and so now that we are, tell me about what the doctor said to you.
Okay. First of all, when I went in, he sat me down and he was asking, how am I doing? And I said, I'm doing well. And the next thing he asked me, am I having any troubles at all while I'm on the chemo? And
it's cutting you off a little bit. The Skype.
Yeah, I can hear myself echoing.
Yeah. Turn down your volume and also just speak louder. Let's see what that does. Right. Oh, so start again. What did the doctor tell you?
Okay, so I went to see the doctor. He sat me down and he asked me how am I feeling. I said, I'm feeling pretty well. And he asked me, since I've been on the treatment, am I experiencing any problems? And I said, the only problems that I'm experiencing is that I'm getting a little bit of like pins and needles and numbness in my fingers. And he said, yeah, that's one of the symptoms that you would experience being on chemo. Then he asked me, can I, basically open a door with my hand? I said, yes. And he says, can you do up your buttons on the blouse? And I said, well, I don't really wear a blouse. I tend to wear jumpers as it's cold. But I can actually do up my trousers button. He said, okay, that's pretty good because it's not a cause of seriousness as yet, he was saying, because if it was to get more serious, then he said we would lower the dosage of the chemo, but we're not at that stage yet with you, so that's carry on as normal. And he was asking, if there's any other problems, and I said no, I can't think of any. But he says, what about the nosebleeds? How are you getting on with that? And I said it's stable at the moment, But anytime, I tend to aggravate it a bit because obviously here in London the weather is colder, we're in winter, so I tend to build up mucus in my nose. So obviously I'm going to want to blow my nose, and it's only there when I blow my nose that I find that I'll have a little nosebleed. But if I pinch my nose for about, I don't know, 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, then it stops. So he was quite happy with that. And then he was telling me that since I've been on the chemo treatment, according to him, that the good news is that my, what is it called, tumor markers have come down, and that he's thinking of doing a CT scan, and that he is now going to arrange an appointment for me to come in to see him to talk more about the CT scan and about the tumor markers.
Good.
So that's pretty good news.
When you get your mucus in your nose, do you think that's part of the grape diet that you're on?
I believe so. I believe so because what I understand about the grape diet is that it's a form of detoxing, isn't it? So my body's detoxing itself of toxins. So I would say, yeah, since I've been on the grape diet, that's one of the what do you want to call it? One of the things that are coming out of me, so to speak.
So I was on a grape fast for about a week, and a lot of mucus came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your nose always.
I'm glad.
Yeah, your nose. That's what's supposed to happen. Your nose is supposed to run.
Okay, I understand now. Okay. I thought it was. Okay, good. I thought it was, something else. Okay, good, great.
No, your nose is when you do a grape diet. Also, you know how you tell us about breaking your diet.
Oh, right. Yeah, unfortunately, the other day I went out with a friend or some friends to a restaurant, and obviously I got tempted by a bagel. A salmon bagel, so
So you ate a salmon bagel, okay?
Yeah, salmon, actually it was salmon with cream.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that would give you a lot of mucus.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, you'd be
right.
you'd be maybe a week or two getting the mucus out from that.
Right. So,
How long do you plan to stay on the grape diet?
I want to obviously see it through to the ending of the month because I did start it. When did I start? Where are we now? We're in December, aren't we?
Yeah.
I started it at the more or less at the beginning of December, and I'd like to see it, right to the ending of December, and then see where I take it from there, because it's not really it's not something. I don't find it difficult being on the grape diet at all. I'm not really hungry or anything like that.
Right.
So I'll see it to the ending of the month, and then take it from there.
When you do a grape diet with cancer, what do the books say about it?
The book says it goes like hand in hand with people who have cancer, and it's supposed to help tremendously. It mentions things like, see if I can remember. Right, it goes two ways. It's grape and water. So you drink water for the first 12 hours, and then you have they call it the mushy grapes, where you just blend grapes in a blender and you drink it like that, like mush, drink it in a mushy form. Then you drink that for 12 hours. So water for 12 hours, the mushy grapes for 12 hours. And what it's supposed to do, once you've drank the water, and you drink that over 12 hours, then the cancer cells in the body becomes hungry for something sweet. So what you do, then you drink the grapes. Now the grapes are in fact sweet in itself, so it gives the cancer like a false sense of sweetness. And what it is that the cancer says, oh, this grape, oh, it's nice and sweet. And there are certain molecules or chemicals in the grapes that are now going to kill the cancer cells, because the cancer cells have opened up itself to the sweetness of the grapes.
Right.
So it's like giving a child a chocolate that has poison in it. In other words, so it's actually the grapes are actually poisoning the cancer cells. So the grapes poison the cancer, and the sugar is like the bait. That's it. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's very interesting theory. How long does it say? How many days does it say to stay on the grapes? Does it say to do it till the cancer is completely gone, or is there some other recommendation? Actually, in the book, it was recommending that you do it for 2 weeks. But 2 weeks on, and then 2 weeks off, and then another 2 weeks on. So it was roughly about, let's say, a month. So that's why I'm doing it for a month, to see if I see any result, which I think is going to happen. And like you said, see how it goes, and I'll probably stay on it until the cancer disappears. Yeah, well, what is it that you believe is causing your tumor markers to shrink? I believe it's not necessarily the chemo. I believe it's what I'm doing actually on this show, which is curing myself by doing harmonics, removing pathologies from my body. Well, let's just tell a little story to be specific. Let's go back to that tingly feeling in your hands. People get paralyzed hands from the medication, am I right? That's right. Yeah. Their hands don't just tingle, they can't open a door or do anything. Their hands are paralyzed, yes? Yeah. That's what the medication does to them. That's right. So the doctor told you your hands were okay. Now this morning I got a tweet from you that said that you actually used what I showed you to even make the tingling disappear. That's right. Yeah. It was. I mean, it was like instant. It's like unbelievable. I woke up this morning and I was obviously having the tingleness and the numbness, and it was hurting me. And I was thinking, what am I going to do? And something said, well, why don't you do what Brian's been telling you? And I was thinking, oh yes, I could use that, couldn't I? Yeah. To cure the numbness and the tingling feelings in my finger. You don't have to just use it for cancer. Why don't you just try and use it to remove this discomfort that you're having in your fingers? And I said, oh yeah, let me try it. So I went ahead and start removing this numbness, pins and needles and numbness from my bodies. And I went through the whole list. And then by the time I finished, it's sort of like it just automatically disappeared. And I thought, wow. I said, I've got to tweet this and let people know what's going on. And even today, even now as I'm talking to you, there's no numbness and there's no pins and needles in my fingers. And I'm so happy because it was such a hindrance. I wonder if you could do the same thing with the hair loss. Right. I suppose, yeah. I mean, give it a go. but unfortunately, there's no hair there. I didn't get to it in time.
I guess that that may have ruined our experiment, right?
yeah, I didn't think of it at the time, honestly.
Sometimes I know there's a million things I didn't think of to cure.
Yeah.
And later on I said, oh my God, I could have cured that.
Mm. That's right. Yes, it's a pity. Yeah. That would have been a great experiment, I'm telling you, with the hair. But like you said, sometimes we just miss these things.
Well, I wonder if you could use it to make the hair grow back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll go the other way around then. Yeah. Well, I can try that.
Well, when you're finished with the chemo, at some point, isn't your hair supposed to grow back after the chemo?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I didn't get to tell you on the phone while we were talking. Sorry. I asked the doctor how long will I be on chemo for, and he said until the ending of April 2011. Just to let you know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like that's how long you need to be on grapes.
Yeah.
Because I think that the grapes are also helping with the effects of the chemo.
Yeah.
Do you?
I believe so too. Yeah. Because, like you said, with the grapes, me having, it removes toxin, and chemo is really a form of toxin as well. So, it does help. And I do feel quite light as well when I don't feel heavy, when I'm on the grape diet. I feel quite well and feel quite good as well.
See, that's the thing, is that you're eating in a way that makes you feel good, at least sometimes. But tell us about what happened to you after you went out with your friends for dinner and ate the bagel with salmon. Like, what was the rest of the night and the next day like?
It was very difficult to sleep. I had, like insomnia, where people find it difficult to sleep. Like, I'll stay up very late at night, and then sometimes I will just have like a cat nap, which is probably an hour and a half. Then I'll be up again, and then next minute when I wake up, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I just find it very difficult to drift off to sleep. So that's one of the side effects of it, I would say. When I went out, and it, yeah, which is,
Now, what did you?
I got tempted.
What did you learn from that experience?
What did I learn from that experience? That try and be honest with myself. Tell my friends, friends that I'm actually on a great diet. So, if I come out with you, obviously I won't be able to eat all these rich foods with you, so I think it'd be better if I just, give it a miss and stay at home.
Well, I bet you got plenty of stuff to do at home, don't you?
Oh yeah, believe me, I do.
Yeah, me too. I have not gone to a restaurant in probably 8 years.
Wow, it's a long time.
Except once when Keely visited, we went out one evening. Keely came here for a visit and we went out for the evening. But I have not been, because I got a lot of stuff to do at home. And Franny eats out. She likes to go out, so she takes herself out for sushi, usually maybe once a week or something. And it'd be fun to go with her. Because I always loved going out with Franny for sushi, but I never go because I got stuff to do.
Oh, okay.
So, I just do my thing,
Okay.
Yep, baby cakes. Yep-er. And you sent an email to all of your friends with your movies.
I did, yes, I did.
With a link to your movies. You sent them.
Yeah.
And, you know, probably most of them will not click on the link, right?
Most likely.
They will not click on the link. And so
Right.
they're going to call you and they're going to say, Angela, how are you? And what are you going to say?
I'm fine. Have you clicked on the link? Have you seen my movies?
Yes, and they're going to say no, and then what are you going to say?
I said, you need to, I said, just go and, I said, it won't take too long, just go and click on it. You know, you'd be quite surprised what you find in it. There might be something on there that probably help you or help somebody who you know.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to show you how to, I'm going to give you a channeling lesson, okay?
Okay.
This is going to be a channeling lesson we're going to have now. Now, channeling is where you bring in other people, like you turn into somebody else for, and you know what? You are telepathic, and you are reading people's minds all the time. Did you know that?
I'm not too sure. Probably, and I'm not aware.
Okay, that's right. The problem is you're not aware. And what's happening is you think you're thinking that.
Okay.
You were actually reading somebody else's thought, but you think it's your thought.
Right.
Like, you know how you were telling me, let's test some things, okay, first. This is all part of your channeling lesson. You're going to learn how to channel now, or more about it anyway. See, because you're already channeling. So you don't need to learn how to channel. What you need to learn how to do is recognize what you're channeling and channel what and who you want to channel, when and who you want to channel it, okay?
Okay.
That's what learning to channel is. It's like it's focusing the ability that you already have. So I want you to test. Have I had somebody else's thought this morning? See if you get a signal on that.
Okay. Have I had somebody else's thoughts this morning? Yeah.
Now remember when you said your friends didn't respond?
Yeah.
Tess, was that somebody else's thought?
Was that somebody else's thoughts? Yeah. Give me a signal there.
Yeah, you see, the people that you know are terrified of this. They're frightened because they're going to find out things that they don't want to know.
Okay.
People have a lot of things they don't want to find out, they don't want to know.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Well, test it. See if you get a signal on what I just said.
Right, about people being terrified.
Yeah.
What they'll find out.
Or some of the people I know terrified of finding things out about themselves.
Terrified of what they might find out about themselves. Yeah. Yeah, getting the signal there. Yeah.
Can you think of anybody who might be like that?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, test if that person is.
Yeah, it is him.
Now you notice that you just cured something.
Right.
You feel different now, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, you just cured something.
Okay.
I just watched you cure something. When you laugh, I can always tell because you laugh.
Okay.
That's your tell. When you laugh, that's your tell that you cured something.
All right. Okay.
See, you can tell when somebody cures something because they laugh. You know, like how I laugh a lot in my movies or when I'm talking to you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that I'm actually curing things without thinking about it?
Really?
Well, that's why I do all this work, because I'm curing stuff. And it makes me feel so happy. Like when I finish talking to you, I feel wonderful.
Good.
Like when I get off the Skype, you know, I always feel wonderful afterwards. I'm just bouncing. I bounce through the rest of the day because I cured a whole bunch of things.
Excellent, excellent.
Hey, I gotta show you something here. This is a lesson. Do you remember this skill? Are you well yet?
Okay, yes.
You're supposed to be doing this whole skill, you know, and evaluating yourself. And here's something in it. It's called changes in people close to you. You see that?
Uh-huh.
Changes in people close to you. Okay?
Yeah.
Now I want you to test something just off the cuff. Have any of the people who close to me changed?
How people who are close to me change. Yeah, I'm getting a signal there.
Is it more than one?
Say it again.
More than one person?
Is it more than one person? No, it's not. It's not more than one person.
Okay, then it's just me because I've changed, definitely.
Okay.
And I'm close to you. And since I know you, I have changed markedly since I've known you.
And you know what? I've changed as well. How have I changed? I would say I am more confident, and I even look more confident. You know. Yeah. And being around you, I find it, for some reason, I find it very easy to speak to you than I find it very easy than most people, I would say. With you, you tend to bring my talk out more, I would say. Because I talk more with you on the phone than I do with anybody else, really. Yeah.
Well,
that's a good thing.
It is. You know, I really feel pretty happy with it all. And I think that a lot of people are benefiting from my changes because I'm training them differently and I'm providing different things for them to use in the lessons, and I'm making different choices about how I interact with people. And I've had a lot of changes. I mean, a lot of changes in my life. You know, and Franny notices it.
Good, great.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yep, she said that to me.
Excellent.
Do you know that when Franny started going with me, you know, and she told me that she attracted me to her, you know, the law of attraction.
Yes.
You know, like she manifested me, you know. And she said that the thing that she asked the universe for, she wanted somebody who was willing to change. And then I turned up. Oh well, Skype stopped working. I guess that's it for our call. Oops. Area code 813-672-3419. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Welcome to the Cure Drive.